Hey guys, Blinksy here. Gonna be doing another updated gear build here. Again, we're still using most of the same pieces, however we've added a couple more. So hard mode came out for dungeons or silos the other day, so we kind of just been running through and farming. So from last video, we've upgraded our gear. We now have two-piece Bastille. Now I was looking at other gear sets to run for the two-piece bonus. One that was coming to mind was the Savior set. Now, the medicine cooldown, -20, kind of useless. I don't really pop meds to begin with. For master content, I'm sure I will, but even then, like, you have a festering gel and you have that, it's kind of useless. And then the second bonus is when HP is above 70%, weapon is status damage plus 10. Now, this did have me debating if I wanted to get it. I'm probably going to try this out later, but I figured just reading the sets and what I had available, I wanted to pick up the Bastille. So with Bastille, when HP is above 70%, weapon damage plus 10. It's just a nice damage buff. And then we also have reload speed, which is pretty good. Just going through my mods. Again, we're still using the MP7. I have only farmed like a couple. I still got to go back to the monolith. I believe it's the Treant monolith and farm better mods here. But I've been testing out each shock mod per se. And Surge Amplifier is the one that seems to be really good. Now, just with this roll, I have element damage, damage against normal enemies, damage against great ones, which is just bosses in the dungeon and like the end boss, and then max HP. So max HP is kind of meh. I don't really need it. Would have been nice if I got more status damage or more damage, so I might go back and farm and see what I can get with that. Now, with this mod that I have on my gun, it kind of negates the power surge damage reduction, I believe. Yeah, so it kind of negates this effect, thus still allowing me to get trigger count +1. So in the end, these two working together, it scales pretty well. So we're still running the Mayfi goggles. We got it calibrated, and I got 2 tiers just with what I had. We're still running the Renegade jacket. Again, I haven't farmed a mod yet for this. Even then, the mods on the jacket, like, they don't really help. They're mainly like PvP mods as of right now, so I still have this Flame Resonance mod, so I'm still using that. It's still pretty good. See if I can farm maybe a purple version of this and go back. For now, we're still just running that. For the Renegade Mask, still running after triggering Power Surge, Thunderclap. So after triggering Power Surge 20 times, the next hit summons Celestial Thunder. This just does huge shock damage. The roll I have also is pretty good. The only thing I could think about maybe just switching from this would be the weapon damage for element damage, but other than that, it's still pretty good. The Bastille Pants, again, I'm still looking for better mods here. I'm kind of just using what I have available. But I am using Precision Charge, so for every 10% weak spot hit rate of the previous mag, element damage +4 up to 24%, lasting for 10 seconds. Reloading resets this calculation. I don't think I calibrated this. No, we left that one. I'm still using the Renegade gloves. Now, for glove mods, I've kind of been going between either I have this one, which is a pretty good roll, just let alone. I've tested this, however, I didn't find the damage being too much of like an increase. And what was the other mod I was running? I believe it was Elemental Overload. Again, I still gotta farm better mods, but from what I've found out, I've been enjoying Munitions Amplifier the most, just because you get more damage, like weapon damage, and I have a pretty good roll for the elemental damage. Let's see what else I got left. The boots, Bastille boots. I'm running Ferocious Charge. This just helps with like running and killing normal enemies. Again, killing enemies within 10 meters grants melee weapon status damage +20 for 8 seconds. So on a boss, you're not really going to get a lot of effect off this unless there are ads that spawn in. And then the attributes that I have aren't too good, so I am going to still have to go back and farm a better mod. We're just going to run in. People were saying last video that I was running it on normal. That's why they're going down so fast with this build. However, I haven't really noticed like that much of it. Obviously, they're scaled a little higher and they take a little bit more, but I'm still shredding stuff really quick with this build. So we're just going to do a run through here on PSI because I am looking for a better pants mod. Probably going to skip all the pickups here. Still running the Deagle for my secondary. Bullseye is just so good to have in your pocket. And it also does a lot of damage too with the other mods that I'm running. So it's kind of just enjoyable. And if a boss is bullseyeable, that's even a way I can reference that. They just get shredded. It takes like 7 bullets max to down most of these enemies. So the build is super good. Just after I'm done this silo, I am gonna run and do a test dummy. From what I was seeing, it's kind of RNG for what the max DPS is that you can get. Did this glitch out? I think the dungeon glitched out. This has been happening. I don't know why. But you get no access cards sometimes if you just kill the boss and they like glitch through. Unless I gotta do a pickup. Nah, pickup. It's been a while since I've ran this. Minus that delay. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have experienced, but sometimes I've been shredding like the elites that spawn in and the key card, like, I don't know what it is, it just glitches through. That one in that case wasn't the case, but at least I didn't have to restart. So just with the build, I want to hear like what builds you guys are running. I know Frost Vortex is a pretty strong one up there. I haven't heard anything really about Shrapnel being that good. I got a buddy who's running Unstable Bomber, and it looks kind of like fun, so I might try that one in the future. I did pull the AK out of the Wish Machine just because I have my build now, so I can start to get some other side pieces just to test. But what are you guys running for your builds? I'm curious to see. Let me know in the comments. We'll see if you guys are trying the Power Surge stream. Let's call it that. I'm just gonna skip most of these boxes. I'll do another run here when I'm farming. But for PvP, I have fallen in love with this MP7. It is just so enjoyable. I've actually gone against like Scars and they hold up pretty well, but the rate of fire and just the mobility, like being able to jump around and spray, like the MP7 is just so good. Now, I know I said I use Bullseye, but sometimes I just shred these guys. They're not that strong to make it needed. Heal up while these guys come in. I do have this new thing. Or not new. It's Iced Tea. It's a nice buff. I've been starting to get my farm going, so if I roll, I get like movement speed. It's pretty fun. Again, elites just get shredded. Come back and get that after. But as I was saying before, I got sidetracked here. So I was doing like a DPS breakdown on a test dummy just with the MP7. But like I said, it's kind of like RNG. It's surely off of the procs. Okay, that was fun lag. It's surely off of procs, so I've had it go to 40k. I've had it go roughly the average is like 28 to like 33k DPS just on a target. But if you're shooting longer and you're having more damage and RNG procs, it can go up to 40k with just this build. I've seen other builds where they build into crit. I don't know if I showed anything. I only have 8% crit rate, and I only have 36% crit damage. So it's not really built for crit. It's mainly just weak spot damage, status damage, which I also have had this up to like 90, I think, with the mods. And just your element damage. So we're just going to go in. We're going to kill this boss super, super quick. I don't think he is bullseyeable. It looks like... I'm going to just run over here. Run over here. Snipe that through. Please don't hit the ad. Which I think it hit the ad. Another spike here. Oh, we look getting shocked. Get some healing back. That's a nice thing too. I'll show that after. But I do have a recovery mod for bullseye. So if they are marked, let's say I am low, I could switch to the deagle and it will heal me by, I believe it's 15% just off the kill. So there's so many ways to heal yourself. There's so many ways to stay up. Like, it's pretty nice. And the deagle's a lot of fun too. I love this deagle. There's usually an ice shirt here. I guess not for this run. Didn't get lucky here. Hopefully there's one right here. You can just sit there for a second, buddy, while I go up here. I'm gonna see if I can just ignore the Rosetta guard. So as you can see, the damage is there. You shred pretty much anything in front of you. Oh, we even got a deviant drop. Level 2, I don't think I have that, so that's nice. Perfect. I don't know what that one does yet. So as you see, it shreds. Anything in front of you, you're going to do max damage. You're going to shred it within a couple mags. No issue, unless you lag and then you just die to dumb stuff. And for most stuff, I'm usually always on the top. I've gone against frost builds, I've gone against fire builds, and I'm usually pretty well sustained with the damage. And it's a lot of fun. So if you guys are looking for a build and you want to try something out, definitely try this one out. Again, we're going to go over just to my base and we'll see the test dummy just for the DPS breakdown. And let's just see here. I'll move this up top. So I'll do one with I'll do one with bullseye and I'll do one without. That's one mag, 106k. I think we're roughly at like 28k DPS. I don't even know if these things are bullseyeable. I'll let it reset just so we can see. This will be the last take. There's an RNG. That was 50k DPS. So there you guys go. Hope you enjoy. Happy build and happy grind. And let me know what you guys are running in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time.